You gotta come and hit that like and share button. I have a new camera, so I'm not sure if I like how it's looking. Look into somebody said look into. I can zoom in and kind of zoom out. Um, and let me um, answer some of my most common. I guess my common asked questions, right? Some of my common asked questions. Let me try to adjust this camera. I think I like my older camera better. Number one, what I don't do on my channel is look into coins. When I come live stream, I want to talk about a specific coin. You may not have saw it in the caption, but specifically Dogecoin and Sheet is on the list tonight. Number two, I'm not specifically Dogecoin and Sheet. Okay, I'm trying. I don't like that camera look. Give me a second. I do not. I don't like this camera look. Give me a second. I may just see, can I switch cameras real quick? Because even with this, I'm getting blurry. Blurry. Sometimes new is not better. But I don't know if it'll completely. It's like it's looking blurry. I'm looking at the other screen. It's looking blurry. I don't like it. Give me a second. I'm gonna try to make it through this live stream with it. But it's looking blurry on my end. Okay, I know it's blurry. Oh my God, I see it myself. Okay, thank you, but I see it. Give me 1 second. I might try to switch cameras. I don't know if it's gonna lose me or not, or if I can get through this live stream. The blurry part, I don't think it's the camera. It's something going on with my Wi-Fi for some reason. My Wi-Fi is blurry. Give me a second. Let me see. Can I fix the Wi-Fi? But if I get out of this camera, then I don't know if it's just gonna interrupt the live stream. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to switch cameras real quick. Give me a second. Well, that's not the camera I want. Give me one. Cam mic. Okay. Now let me switch the angle. All right. This that's better. Thank you. Took me 5 minutes, so I don't even have to cut the music on. Let's just go right into the live stream. I will send this new camera back. Don't like that at all. Thanks for hanging in. Um, so it looks better on my end. I hope it's looking better on your end, so I don't have to do the intro music. And hello, 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 everyone coming in. Right. Um, hello, Gwen, Allison. Hello, everyone. Yeah, Donald. So I just switched back to the old camera. Thank you, Tony. I appreciate that. Carice Crawford, hello to you. Um, hello, hello, hello. So I'm seeing you all, hoping you all can see me as well. Okay, it's back. Is the sound okay? I mean, not my voice, because my voice is a little scrappy. I just finished coaching. Um, I'm yelling, so my voice is a little scrappy, but just let me know if you can hear me. All right, good. So let's get into, let me adjust my seat. Um, let's get into this live stream. Thank you. Yeah, that does look better. That was terrible. But hey, it's just a trial run. So you all come in, hit that thumbs up, hit the like button. Right. I wanted to change my topic to this, but I'm like, I might get flagged. So, or after I do the live video, oh, thank you, y'all, because I'm tired. You still saying I'm look beautiful. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm tired and I just I just kept my undershirt on. I'm just being honest. I just got home, kicked off my shoes. Um, this is like my relaxation mode that I do. And this is what I'm doing to relax, to wind down before I go to sleep for tonight. So, why cases are surging in states with high jab rates? And what does it mean for the winter ahead? If you are able to type, right? Oh, let me say this too. Sometimes my basketball girls, they watch my live streams, right? Um, they won tonight. They're 4-0. I tell them congratulations, but we still have some work to do, right? However, they are winning. They are undefeated. So if they are watching this, right, congratulations to you all. But we still got some work to do. We still got some work to do, but we are definitely keeping up that winning streak, right? So the C cases are surging in several United States with relatively high jab rates. High jab rates, prompting concern among health officials. Really? Oh, okay. Who had hope that this would help curb the C-19 pandemic. The current uptick arriving exactly 1 year, as today is 11/11. I want you all to hashtag 11/11. Hashtag 11/11. Whether you are watching this live or on the replay, hashtag 11/11. Happy Veterans Day. That I think that goes to Donald as well, right? Those veterans and those who are still in service now. If you all are watching, thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your service. Allison says, congratulations, girls. Keep up the good work. Allison, I definitely will let them know tomorrow. I just have to keep them in a competitive mindset every game, like to let them know we take no games off, right? I want them to have that military mind where we just put opponents out in the beginning and we don't allow them to have that hope. That hope, right? We just go ahead and take care of business, TCB, from the beginning. And that's how I want them to approach every game. And so, but congratulations to them as well. They are winning and they are learning in every game and they are getting better. And they, what I do love about them is that they do, right, work hard every game, right? They do work hard. They do work hard. So I will give them that credit. We gotta make sure we play hard too, and we play smart together, right? That we play hard and smart every game together, and we just take care of teams early. But that's it for basketball. Let's get back on this. So the massive uptick arriving exactly 1 year after last winter's wave appears to start a seasonal spike with cooler weather. As you see the sign that says forced jab is inhumane or inhuman. This is very interesting breaking news, right? Even with high jab states. And to me, it's kind of like the people that took the jab. I'm not trying to open their eyes, but for them to look at people who did not take this a certain way after this breaking news and data, I can say I don't understand it. I don't understand how you can look at somebody who decided not to. And, I guess they're saying, well, the unjabbed people look at us as if um, we did something that maybe was ill advised or something like that. Well, we think that way because you did something that's unproven, unverified, and uncertain, created at warp speed. And I've been telling people this for a long time that it's not about the inhuman part. If you look at the Tuskegee experiment, for example, and look at what it did in the after effects, in the after years, I just think there's a no-brainer why people would not trust, um, you know, something again, right? History may not repeat itself the exact way, but it does often rhyme, right? And for some reason, my Wi-Fi is still weak. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I had to add myself back in order to add the audio, but my Wi-Fi is a little weak. Um, just letting you all know. So I just tried to reset it, and maybe that will help. But I don't want people to say it's the devil. The devil don't want to get the message out, and this is why. I think people give the devil too much credit. I really do. I really think people give the devil too much credit. I'm like, you were made in God's image and likeness, but yet you blame the devil. You give the devil so much credit for everything negative that goes on, right? Everything that negative that goes on, it's the devil. Sometimes it's just technical difficulties. And Allison says, as an unjailed person, I am looked upon as a leopard and give it right back to them. Yeah, I don't understand. They want to give you the look or the conversation. And it's nothing has proven that this helped. In fact, more evidence is now being released that people that have it are having more medical issues now approaching the winter, now more than ever. Right? Now more than ever. Thank you so much, Jamar. It says everyone smash that like button, support. Thank you so much. I think you are new to my channel. If you all are new, make sure you hit the thumbs up and you subscribe as well. Someone asked me, do I think that Floka Inu is a good investment? I think anything that you do your research and due diligence on, and then make a sound decision, it's a good investment, right? And then when people will ask me, well, how much should I put into this crypto or that crypto, my answer is going to be how much can you afford to lose, right? Because people, I don't mean any harm, but as I tell people all the time, I'm not your financial advisor. I'm going to have in the caption what crypto that I want to discuss when I live stream, but I'm not your financial advisor. You're going to forget about me if your investments go well, and then you blame me if they go south. So I definitely don't want to be anyone's financial advisor. You'll forget me if you get in profit. You won't know anything about me. Won't even come back and say thank you. And then you'll blame me if you take a dip, which, as I tell everybody, a dip in cryptocurrency right now, as it's very volatile, because it is in the groundbreaking foundational stages. That's why volatility must happen. But you have to know um, why you're in this, and this case usage. Yes. Um, there are over 12,000 now cryptocurrencies. Some of them will not last. But guess what? 10% of them will. 10% of them will, and 10% is more than just a currency system. It's going to be used for technology advancements and artificial intelligence. As Bitcoin hit 69,000 last night. I'm predicting or saying that it will soon hit 75,000 soon. When I mean soon, within the next upcoming weeks. And so his 69,000, it said it dipped as much as 64, I think. 64. But my thing is that I've been telling people that the 5G radiation, all of that was released to bring us into a new currency system, and that it will behoove you to research the health effects of radiation, right? But most people don't believe it. So getting a jab is not going to help your health when it comes to radiation. Only studying that, only wearing certain crystals, and trying as much as you can to change your diet and your exercise plan. But that's not an easy fix. So the road less travel, the people that want a quick fix, look or decided to get a jab created at warp speed or quick speed, and anything unresearched, unproven, or not even on lab rats, right? It has not even been tested on lab rats. I would be very, very cautious of, but I wish all is well to whom all concerned. But I tell people all the time, do your research and due diligence before something goes into your body, because the Bible says it is the sick that needs a physician. If you had no sickness or no illness or no ailments, you know. So anyway, Dogecoin. Let's see what caused or why Dogecoin could possibly go to $1, and what happened to SHIB today. Um, Shiba Inu. Some things happened with that. Also, no, I told you all, I coach, and today in the cafeteria, uh, they had an unusual lunch. It was more like brunch for lunch, and I just asked them. I said, well, I'm a prolific researcher of the national news, and I just want to know: are you all affected by you know not being able to get food in, affected by all these ports and cargo ships backed up And they say, oh, yes, we are not only affected by that, but even our napkins, our plastic plates, um, et cetera, et cetera. We're having a hard time getting those items in. We have to try to pre-order. And, they say, yeah, we're feeling the gap. And I was telling them that some schools, even in like Sweden, are going to 4-day work week. And they was like, wow, well, we hope we don't, have to do that because that will affect our pay. Right. And so just look out that now that they're releasing that the jab and high vaccinated states are still seeing high rates, and food shipment and other products and services being backported and cannot be imported into the United States. People, those are definitely um, more than ever some signs, and it's written in plain, written on the wall. The writing is on the wall, and it's hidden in plain sight, right? Where this is headed this winter. And so now we see Shiba Inu is getting back in the green. Again, I think that Sheep has much ways to go. Um, as I tell people all the time, you should not look at this as a quick flip or gambling. Look at this as investments, and look at this as a long-term investments, right? If you want to get rich in the long haul, because right now your paycheck, your pay is not able to keep up with the price of inflation, which is the increase in prices of goods and services, because inflation this year alone, percentage wise, is much higher than your pay raise, right? Thank you so much, Jamar, for that $20 super chat. Thank you so much. I greatly appreciate that. And also, I love your avatar picture. I don't know what type of fish that is. If I could guess, is that a bass? I don't know, but it's big, right? And so I pray that the infinite spirit, infinite God, infinite powers open the way for your immediate supply, and let all that is yours reach you by divine right, right now, and great avalanches of abundance. And there's anything else that you need to do in order to have this abundance to come to you, that you get a definite lead and a definite answer from the infinite spirit, infinite God, infinite universe. And thank you. I pray that that reaches you right now, returns back to you multiplied with good, right? With good of all concern, right? Even 1,000x return. Deuteronomy's 1:11, as today again, and the Gregorian calendar is 11:11. So Dogecoin, as we're looking at the number one to $1 is SpaceX, people. This is today's, well, it was actually yesterday's breaking news. Confirms Doge 1. We see 2 ones again. Moon mission. Dogecoin fund satellite to the moon. Action position for bullish entries. With Elon Musk selling his Tesla stocks, many are saying that he will pump or dump that money into Doge for his tax um, savings purposes. And as I tell people, rich and wealthy people, I always have tax strategies. So if you want to be one of them, a millionaire or multimillionaire, it's a vast thank you. Um, Thank you, Melanie. She says she's ear hustling at work. If you want to be a millionaire or multimillionaire, then you need to know the moves that they make, right? Millionaires and multimillionaires and billionaires, even trillionaires, as Elon Musk is the richest man, all of them come up with strategies to save in taxes. Everyone tries to do this except people without a financial education. The rich would rather give their money to charity, nonprofit organization, or they would rather be philanthropists um, or philanthropists before they give their money to the government, because they understand that give into these organizations, that it's a universal law that it will be given back to them. So instead of giving like 30-40% of their money, like the poor working class do, because employees are the highest tax labor wise. That goes from 1099. There's another tradition. Let me 1 second. And that's the idea of community. You all, this just came on. I'm gonna let you all listen to this. By George W. Bush, in his speech, and why this is important. 1,000 points of light. But I'm gonna show you something why it's even more important. And I just saw this, right? But the poor working middle class and the upper middle class have been programmed and conditioned to think that go to school, right? Go to college, get a job, get a good education, and get a high paying job. Usually a doctor, a lawyer, a 1099 independent contract. But what you're not told, and the way Robert Kiyosaki put this, is that words become flesh, as the Bible say. So once you've been hypnotized or hypnosis, and you have been trying to believe these things, that's what you do. And when you don't have a financial education, you don't understand the importance of tax shelters. You don't understand the importance of not giving away or giving the government 30-40% on your paycheck, on top of trying to keep up with the cost of living, which is inflation, on top of understanding the big businesses that come directly out of your paycheck. And so when many people say, I got paid today, they also don't realize that they are like the fifth or sixth payee from the labor of their paycheck. So rich and wealthy people don't go out looking for labored income that they're going to get highly taxed on. It doesn't matter if the labor is hard labor or laid back. Most upper middle class think, oh, I got it easy. My job is so laid back. I make this 6 figures. But that's not how the rich and wealthy think. As a matter of fact, I just uploaded a video on my Facebook channel by Master P that says poor people, right? Poor people always talk about money. It's always talking about money, either giving money, sowing money. I know the Bible says money answers all things, and it does, and it's in its natural realm, but you have to get some education to support that as well. You have to have the wisdom and knowledge. The Bible also talks about wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of how the government system, that's Romans 13 in the Bible, operates, and taxes operate as well. And so he said, poor people talk about money. Rich people talk about things, my car, my house, my vehicle. That's their big thing. I got this luxury vehicle. I got this. They talk about things. They never talk about assets at all. The upper middle class, they never can have a conversation with you about how much assets they have. They can't. They can tell you about the square footage of their home. Maybe, how they feel like, I'm okay with paying high taxes because I make high income. But that's not the game that the rich and wealthy play, right? They can never have a conversation with you about how much money they make off investments, right? They can never tell you how they make their money work from them. Then he says, wealthy people talk about ideas. And most of the time, wealthy people get together and talk about how to get more money from the poor working middle class and the upper middle class, right? So when you don't have a financial education, you don't know that if you're going to get the Jordan shoes, you should at least get the Nike stock. You don't know if you're going to go get the Mercedes or BMW or the Range Rover or whatever, that you should at least have some stock in that company. You should know that it's not always about looking rich, but actually being rich. That if you're going to go wear the Versace, the Louis Vuitton, that you should at least have some stock in that company. That the clothes you have on, you should also have some shares of it. Because if you believe in it that much, if you believe in driving that vehicle that much, is going to give you prestige. If you believe in wearing that name brand, is going to give you that much confidence and prestige amongst broke people. Because guess what? Rich and wealthy people don't invest in it. Rich and wealthy people do not have, unless they're paid like Beyonce to endorse that company, they do not have another name brand that they represent if they're not getting paid to do so. And if they're going to wear the name brand, they have some invested stock in the company, right? And so it's all about what you talk about and the in-depthness of your financial education. And so let's look at another thing, right? That's my rant about that. Let's get back into crypto as Vitalik, I'm sorry, the co-founder of Ethereum owns 100K people of Doge of Elon, DEO tokens. That should tell you something. Now they have this date here, November 12th, so I don't know. This was supposed to be released tomorrow. These are some nice NFTs. I'm definitely trying to learn about that and getting some and learn how the NFT coding works and what, I have the characters. I just need the coding down pack and what platform to list it on. And then I will get a designer to make it like an NFT format. But I'm sorry, Dogs of Elon, ticker symbol DOE. Vitalik now officially owns 100K of DOE after the team sent the tokens and his ENS address, Vitalik.eth or ETH. Taking a look at his address on Etherscan, we can see that his and it's telling you the ticker symbol is DOE. So make sure if you want to research this, that you research the correct ticker symbol. And so it's telling you how much he owns. 100. Look at how, 100. So this is his wallet or his address wallet. And so it's telling you. So the Dogs of Elon, ticker symbol DOE. Are you for a long or fast profit? So you want to be the rich and wealthy, then, it is simple. It is very simple. See what moves they are making and make the moves that they're making. This project just came out, people, 6 days ago. And in the last 24 hours, it has come out on 3 platforms or exchanges and several other exchanges. So the Dogs of Elon, that's it. And today's date, November 11th, 3:02. So that's just some breaking news. You can do your own research and due diligence on that as well. And she saw a pump today. This is why she saw some gains today out of the red as the Island Boys price goes up 12%. So 12% is good. Shiba token. Do you all know who the Island Boys are? I don't know who they are, but they look very creative, to say the least. They have artwork tattoo all over them and very stylish hair. So they gave a shout out to She. The price is up 12%. And Ether, again, and Bitcoin remain relatively flat. So Sheeb is trading at, 1, 2, 3, 5 zeros, 56, holding support. It's kind of it has been holding that support real well. It went up as high, I think it's 5 zeros and 70, I think 77. And a lot of people became millionaires from that because they had held SHE for over a year. So the Robinhood, even on the news that the COO on Robinhood discussed the potential of listing SHE, it went down or dipped 10%. So that news did not pump it. But these island boys, if you all know who they are, let me know. Look like he has the phoenix on his forehead. They gave it a shout out. So I don't know who they are, what they do, but up 12%. And they said, "Welcome to the Sheep Army."
Shiba Inu is up.
Let me play this for you all.
Yeah, X-Fund put it.
Hold on, if I can. Let me share this again with you all. Okay, 4 zeros. I'm sorry. I don't know what I said, but okay, 4 zeros, 0.56. But guess what? I don't mean any harm. I can be all the way wrong, but I bet you my crypto wallet for all these smart people is still way bigger. Way bigger than a lot of these people who come on here, ask me to research stuff or want to correct me on the zero. I bet you my exchange amount is way bigger than that. Just to let you know that you don't have to be the smartest person in the room. You don't have to get every number right, but you should know how to save in taxes and your cash flow. And you should have tax shelters so you can keep adding zeros to your household and to your generational wealth and to your financial future instead of taking away zeros because you don't have a taxation plan in place for the government. Right? So let's listen in on this. If it'll play.
Shiba Inu is up in you. Yeah, X-Fund put it there, now it's time to step. X-Fund is giving your girl delirium while they're making Shibarium. Shiba Inu is up in you. X-Fund put it in there. Yeah, now it's time to stop. X-Fund is giving your girl delirium while they're making Shibarium. From the Island Boys, shout out to Shiba Inu.
Okay, are they artists, musicians? I don't know. What do they do? But anyway, it helped. It helped to give, according to the news, SHE a 12% post. So it's all about meme coin popularity. SHE is one of more, I think, took over Dogecoins for its popularity, did. And so just getting SHE out there and more people talking about it, tweeting about it, knowing about it is definitely in the long term won't do anything but continue to drive it up and make it more accessible, right? And make it more accessible. So the last thing I want to talk about is probably the last two things is that Miami mayor, and you have the mayor of New York as well, and Bitcoin, and wanting to start teaching this in school, or the mayor that would take place in that will take office in January at least, and want to pay, in Bitcoin. So this is just more evidence and use cases that cryptocurrency is here to stay. It's an idea whose time has come. So Miami's mayor says residents will receive a Bitcoin dividend in Miami coin wallet. So the Miami mayor announced this on CoinDesk on today, 11/11, right? That Miami coin will be paid directly to residents who acquire a wallet, register for the dividend, and pass the verification process. So Miami coin, a lot of people, make sure you get that ticker symbol correct, have been have been not using a ticker symbol, but a lot of people are investing in Miami coin as a result. And so the protocol generates revenue for the city where residents mine tokens, with those running the software receiving 7% of the coins they mint and 30% returning to the municipality in a city wallet. And so, Miami announced that Miami, since making this announcement, has made 7.1 million since the protocol launched in August. At this stage, Miami has made over 21 million from the project. So with that being said, you definitely can expect other cities, not only other cities, but the government to take heed, because as they spike inflation and continue to rise the pricing of the cost of living and continue to make the dollar purchasing power less and less, right? Once they totally bankrupt this out, they're going to say, listen, we can save a lot of money, make a lot of money. We can present a stable coin, a stable currency. It's not going to lose its value like the United States dollar. It's not going to lose its purchasing power. We won't see hyperinflation, which is high unemployment and high prices simultaneously. And then we're going to go from hyperinflation to stagflation, right? To stagflation, where things are just stagnant in the economy, right? Nothing is moving, nothing is shaking. We're going to see high prices. They're going to just float and stay there for a while. And then, as the government always do, they create the problem, right? Wait for a reaction, and then, okay, say, here's the solution. That's their plan, and it's been their plan for a long, long time. And again, for the people that may not are just not coming in, and I shared, I got something flying around me. This news is a hard financial winter is coming. They say the cases are surging in states with high jab rates. And what this means for the winter ahead. All a part of the plan. And President George H. Bush, I'm going to show you all a clip of this, talks about, he been talking about a new world order a long time. A new world order. No one really knew what he meant at that time. And another one of his speeches is called 1,000 Points of Light. 1,000. You all know I always talk about Deuteronomy 1:11. May the Lord thy God increase you and bless you 1,000 times more. And this is why 11:11 is twofold. It means to destroy and destruct, but it also means wisdom and wealth. And starting in 2001, the Twin Towers was a representation of this, as the Twin Towers represented not only death, right, but destruction and destroying. Death, destruction, and destroying. But underneath the Twin Towers was $231 million of silver and gold, physical silver and gold. And that represents hidden wealth, right? As Deuteronomy 2:22 says, the hidden knowledge, the hidden things will be revealed. And then in the book of Isaiah, it talks about the hidden riches in secret places, right? The hidden riches in secret places. I might show that scripture before I end this live stream. So now I'm going to share this video with you all. And I want you all to look at it. It is exactly 1 minute and 11 seconds, right? I cannot make this stuff up. As I showed you all earlier, as someone brought out, Latasha, I was 1-0 off from Sheeb, right? I can't make this stuff up. Let me stroll on this again. Do you all see the 111 in this? This is Zach, and this is Bush's 1,000 points of light. And you see the triple 88. As the number 8 means the breaking down of an old to build a new thing. So 1,000 points of light was his speech and slogans and New World Order during this time in 1988, as 1,000 points of light was to symbolize America's and their diversity. And here it is right here. 1 minute duration and 11 seconds. Exactly. So they have been telling you what's been going on for a long, long time. People don't want to read, they don't want to research, and a lot of them just don't understand. And they believe everything that the media, television tell them, not knowing the ultimate agenda. So let me share this 1 minute and 11 second speech.
Tradition, and that's the idea of community, a beautiful word with a big meaning. Though liberal Democrats have an odd view of it, they see community as a limited cluster of interest groups locked in odd conformity. And in this view, the country waits passive while Washington sets the rules. But that's not what community means, not to me. For we're a nation of community, of thousands and tens of thousands of ethnic, religious, social, business, labor union, neighborhood, regional, and other organizations, all of them varied, voluntary, and unique. This is America, the Knights of Columbus, the Grange, Hadassah, the Disabled American Veterans, the Order of AHEPA, the Business and Professional Women of America, the Union Hall, the Bible Study Group, LULAC, Holy Name. A brilliant diversity spread like stars, like 1,000 points of light in a broad and peaceful sky.
So telling you then that they was going to approach diversity, approach a global resetting of the economic and the economic system, where how they're going to sell over cryptocurrency is that it's going to allow those poor countries to now get out of poverty. And because as this is going to be a global reset. This is not going to just be a United States problem. And this is why people have to invest if they want to make it financially and have some type of financial peace. They have to invest in this new economic system. And in order to invest in a new economic system, you need to increase as much as your capital gains. You need to have more purchasing power for the cryptocurrencies that you are researching and you believe in that will make it in this new economic system. It is simple math. You've heard the saying before, more money, more problems. Well, guess what? More money, more gains. This is the biggest redistribution of wealth that this generation has ever experienced. This is a real opportunity for real people to get in that 1% or 2% of multimillionaires and billionaires. But I still got people that are still going out buying new vehicles, even though vehicles are overpriced. Still going out buying brand name clothing. Still saying things like God is going to erase their debts. And let me say this. I think it is like so lower class to put God in that category that you would want him to erase your debt for the bad financial decision that you made. I mean, it just get to a point like if you have a child that abuses their credit and abuses their money, and you as a parent would just overlook that and not let them learn their lesson, then in my eyes, that's bad parenting. Especially if they continue to do it over and over and over again. And all they want you to do as a parent is to continue to bail them out. They don't want to learn a lesson. They don't want financial education. God is too big to keep bailing you out of bad financial decisions just because you don't want to get a financial education. And you just want to use God as if the infinite spirit is this genie that you can rub on to bail you out of bad situations because you don't want to invest in financial education. I think that's an insult to God, really. When I was in credit repair and people had bad credit, they would say things like, oh, the devil is busy. I'm like, you're right. Whatever devil went and swiped your department store cards, credit card, and financed this vehicle at high interest rate is busy. And the devil you're referring to is the person in the mirror. As Michael Jackson says, sometimes you need to look at the man in the mirror. You have made financial decisions to look good, to appear, to be doing well financially, to appease people that don't even like you in most cases. Or you went out on spending habits and versions with money you didn't have for stuff you didn't need anyway. And you would rather prioritize looking good but behind the scenes struggling financially than to stop getting yourself together and investing in a financial education. You don't want to make that a priority. You want to believe that God should be obligated. Let me fix this. If I can fix it. To bail you, I should have left it alone. To bail you out financially while rich and wealthy people do it the right way. God says, I reign on the just and the unjust. And he said in his word in the Bible, the children of the world are smarter than the children of the light. I don't know. Bernice, I'm just real big on people and religious stuff. You don't use God he's just too big, too infinite to be worried about supernaturally fixing your credit score that you drug in the ground. God does a lot of things, but the last I look, he doesn't do credit repair. He will put people in your path that has that knowledge and expertise. And guess what? Some people are so broke and they don't know the difference between assets and liabilities. They don't want to pay the people to help get them out. Right. They want to do everything except stop consuming. Like God wouldn't tell them, you're just not making wise decisions with your money, which is not true. Making wise decisions with your wealth is all in the Bible. My people perish because of lack of knowledge. And then guess what? Most people that ask me about these different coins and cryptos, like SR Doge, they don't have a tax strategy. And so it is this wise saying that if you give everybody in the world the same amount of money, it will eventually end up back into the rich and wealthy hand. Why? Because the upper middle class and the poor working middle class don't have financial education and they don't invest in tax strategies. They don't understand that we are transitioning from brick and mortar to click and order, that we're transitioning to a new economic system. The financial education that I teach people is to get 470 tax deductions through a home-based business first and work with tax experts. So you can text the number 601-720-2063 at the bottom and win the financial game and get more cash flow with one 3-letter word. And guess what? That 3-letter word is IRS or taxes. And the Bible talks about taxes all the time. All the time. Various amount of time. And I always refer to the Bible because the Bible is the number one book on prosperity and living a prosperous and healthy and wealthy life in this earth realm. Yeah, people have life so backwards and they rather be preached and teached on a hype message than practicality when the whole Bible is about practical things. I agree with that. RB Cobra. He said even if reparation was given out, it would go right back to wealthy hands. They would go out just like the lottery winners. Most of them do not keep that generational wealth. It goes right back because they buy things that are not assets and they do not have a tax plan. Lottery winners usually go broke in 3 years. And most businesses that people try to own or operate themselves, the same thing. Most businesses don't last for 3 years because people don't have business skills. They have skills, but it takes more than just being able to bake a good cake, to cut a good lawnmower. You have to know business management. You have to know tax laws. You have to know operating costs. You have to budget. Listen, if you can't budget your bank account, what makes you think you're going to budget for your independent business? And let's forget budgeting, right? Because you can't budget broke. But if you can't even manage where you're in positive cash flow for your own checking account, how are you going to stay in positive cash flow for a business? Knowledge is the new money. That's what people don't want to invest in. They don't want to have mentors. I heard Erica Williams say today that she called her mentor in business, and her mentor told her, "Listen, you may not have been the reason why this messed up, but you got to fix it." People don't want to be accountable to anybody. And you can tell when somebody have a poor mentality because they get angry and upset when anybody try to introduce them to financial education. That's an unteachable person, and they will always remain in poverty. Your material things do not impress me when I ask you an asset conversation. When I ask you what assets do you have? Do you have a pipeline for passive income? And how and what tax laws do you know? And you cannot answer those questions. Nothing you drive or wear, from designer clothes to tailor-made clothes to whatever name brand vehicle, impresses me, because I can watch you, and the longer I watch you, in the next couple of 2 or 3 years, you will be broke again. You will be broke again because you don't have a financial education, and that doesn't interest you, right? It doesn't interest you about the knowledge, as Master P said. Wealthy people talk about ideas. You don't want to talk about that. You want to talk about other people, and you want to talk about things. If you gave everybody in the universe the same amount of money, it would end back in the hands of the 5%, because they know how to grow money and they know how to keep more of the money that they make. Hey, I'm signing out, and thank you all. If you want to purchase my book directly from Amazon, you can purchase that at mymillionairenotes.com. Also, Saturday, ends registration for the Millionaire Moves Cash to Crypto Conference. Be prepared in this pandemic. It's a low investment of $119.11. And so go to 111millionairemoves.com. Tomorrow is the deadline that will be cut off for any registration, so that we can get prepared for the people that's already registered. This is an all virtual event. And I'm not even going to address that, Rob, because that's such a low key conversation with me. I'm not even going to address that. Mike, listen, you are the average of the 5 people you hang around. If you're hanging around people that's telling you you're trying to be another race because you have investments, I would be afraid to even tell people that. That is such a low mentality, low profile conversation. And it's honestly it's just pure ignorance. Or let's just put it on their level. That's stupid to say. And I don't use the word stupid a lot, but that is stupid. Because I know Caucasian people that don't have access either. I really do. I know both. I know Black and Caucasian that don't have access at all. I know teachers who don't have financial education at all. And they're both Black and white. Principals, superintendents, they got an education in the education, PhDs have no financial education. They don't know how investment expenses work. They don't know about mortgages and points. They don't know about how you can get tax deductions for over-the-counter drugs and child care and elderly care. They don't know what vehicle to purchase to get the highest tax deductions. They only know about charitable deductions, and usually that's it. They don't know about capital gains and dividends. They don't know about the IRA and 401k, retirement plan scam, and pension funds. They don't know about any of this. They don't know about leverage income. They only know about labor income. Right? So again, if you want to get started in home-based business, text HBB 601-720-2063. Last day for registration is the 13th of Saturday for the Millionaire Moves Conference. The website is on the screen, 111millionairemoves.com. Listen, I'm signing out, but how big can you think? How big can you think? Magnify your mind, right? Think on a bigger level and surround yourself. Be in a millionaire roundtable with people that think on a bigger level. Magnify your mind. Manifest with your mouth. The power and life of death is in your tongue, not another man's tongue, your tongue. But I do touch and agree with people that give unto me to make the exchange of services and the giving and receiving more powerful, right? But you have to say some things and take actions as well. Multiply your money. As we enter 1111, the gateway portal, right? Multiply your money. Because once your money multiplies, everything else from your mindset to the magnitude of how you approach life magnifies as well and multiplies as well. And always maximize your mission in life. If you don't want to be rich for you, your family, and generational wealth, which I don't know why you wouldn't, be rich so you can be a blessing to someone else in desperate need of a blessing. We have thousands of people that die of starvation, tens of thousands on a daily basis. So be blessed to be a blessing. Queen out. You all have a great, great night. Stay safe and stay healthy out there.